Are the Galaxy Buds 4 and Buds 4 Pro finally Samsung's answer to Apple's AirPods? Or are we looking at another safe refresh? Because on paper, this looks like a classic Samsung move. Refined design, smarter features, more Galaxy AI. But once you dig in, there are some real upgrades here, especially on the Pro side. So in this video, we're breaking down what's actually new, what feels recycled, and whether these are worth your attention. Let's start with design, because Samsung clearly isn't going back to the bean shape era. The stem style introduced last generation is here to stay, but it's been refined. Both models now feature a redesigned flat stem instead of the triangular shape from before. There's a more defined pinch area for gestures, and honestly, it feels easier to grip and control. Samsung claims they ran over 10,000 fit simulations. Marketing line? Maybe, but the result feels more confident. The Buds 4 Pro also shrink the bulb housing slightly, creating a snugger fit and better passive isolation. That matters. And yes, the flat clamshell case is back. Finally, it's easier to open, easier to drop the buds into, and overall more practical than the vertical cradle design. The transparent lid looks cool, but let's be real, it's a fingerprint magnet. One thing missing? No speaker in the case for Find My tracking. That feels like a missed opportunity. Here's where the conversation splits. The standard Buds 4 keep the open, unsealed design, no silicone tips. That means comfort for some, but weaker isolation and bass for others. If you move too much, you lose seal. If you lose seal, ANC drops. That hasn't changed. The Buds 4 Pro, on the other hand, keep the silicone tips. And if you care about sound quality or noise cancellation, this is the model that makes sense. Here's the deal. If you care about proper isolation and bass response, go Pro. If you just want casual comforts and lighter wear, the standard model might work. But physics is physics. Open designs will always compromise isolation. Now let's talk sound, because this is where Samsung actually made a meaningful move. The Buds 4 Pro now use an 11mm dynamic driver paired with a 5.4mm planar driver. Samsung says the woofer area is nearly 20% larger. In early listening impressions, that translates to tighter bass and better sub-bass extension without the overemphasized thump from the Buds 3 Pro. The standard Buds 4? Same single 11mm dynamic driver as before. Both support 24-bit 96 kHz audio through Samsung's seamless codec. But here's the catch. You need a Galaxy device. No LDAC, no aptX. Non-Samsung users are still stuck with SBC or AAC. Specs are one thing. Ecosystem lock-in, that's another. The Buds 4 Pro introduce Adaptive ANC 2.0. Samsung says it uses real-time processing to adjust cancellation more precisely. But here's something interesting. The microphone hardware hasn't changed. That means improvements are algorithmic. Now, better software can absolutely improve ANC, but we won't know if this beats the Buds 2 Pro benchmark or competes with Sony until lab testing happens. The standard Buds 4 get ANC 1.0, basically unchanged from last generation. So if noise cancellation matters most to you, again, Pro is the safer bet. Samsung added HD voice support, pushing call bandwidth up to roughly 16 kHz instead of the usual 8 kHz. In theory, clearer calls. In reality, both parties and carriers must support it, so it's situational. The Buds 4 Pro also use bone conduction sensors for voice pickup. That's promising. We've seen this tech improve call clarity in other premium earbuds. Now here's the futuristic part. You can record 360 audio from the earbuds themselves while shooting video on a Galaxy phone. That's new. The idea is that it captures a more realistic perspective of your environment. Galaxy AI integration expands too. Gemini, Perplexity, Bixby, head gestures to accept calls, interpreter mode supporting 22 languages. It's impressive. But every cool feature comes with the same caveat. You need a Galaxy phone. battery life sees a modest bump. The Buds4 Pro are rated at 6 hours with ANC on, the standard Buds4 at 5 hours with ANC on. Samsung claims about 1 extra hour compared to last generation. Historically, their real-world battery numbers fall short of advertised claims, so we'll wait for testing. It's an improvement, but not revolutionary. So what do we know? The Buds4 Pro feel like a legitimate refinement. Better fit, improved bass precision, smarter ANC, enhanced call quality, more ecosystem features. The standard Buds4 feel familiar. Comfortable, sure, but still limited by their open design. If you're choosing between the two, I'd lean Pro without hesitation. But here's the bigger question. Is this enough to challenge AirPods Pro and Sony at the top? Or is Samsung simply reinforcing its Galaxy ecosystem? What do you think? Are the Buds4 Pro finally the sweet spot? Or are you waiting for a possible Buds4 FE version with better value? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what Samsung does next.